All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Alex from My for Traction, and today we're going to be reacting to Stefan Speaks. He was highly requested. He's what I call, he's the type of dude that, he's like the classy type of guy that they'll put on Black People Meet. The dating website, they'll put his face. Because this dude, this guy is like, I don't know, man. This guy is like, he's like a pastor. Like, he really is. So we're gonna be reacting to his videos. I've only seen one of his videos before. It was the one time when you guys told me to react to him. So yeah, and if you guys want me to react more to him or other dating coaches, you just let me know, and I'll make it. Okay. All right. So let's begin this.
I want you to listen to this video with the mindset of understanding that being an option does not mean you are not a great woman. All right?
All right. And that is a fact. Being dumped doesn't mean you're not a great woman. Look, being cheated on does not mean you're not a great woman. Accepting it is the problem. You know what I'm saying? Too many people are accepting of disrespect behavior because they believe in the concept of forgiveness and forgetting. And a lot of people just use that as a way to rationalize their needy behavior.
Right? I think too many times women are internalizing when things don't work out with a guy that they like, that they want, and thinking, well, why am I not good enough? Why does he want me? Am I not his priority and an option? Or why is he even entertaining other women?
See, it's all about me. Me. And look, and I totally agree with him. Usually it's not personal. Usually they just don't like you. Like, there is no, and let me tell you something. The craziest thing is that the people with the highest confidence, people with the highest self-esteem, don't take these things personal. They know how to let it roll off. And if you guys don't know how to do that, please check out the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. This book, if you just devote yourself to applying it, this is the most important book of my life, to be honest with you. This is the most important book of my life. If you just apply what this say, if all the concepts that I teach on this channel will be revealed to you. Because it's all about not taking things too personal. And when you're hurt, it's natural to assume that you're getting arrows thrown at you. If you got hurt once, the brain creates cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which warns you of something like that happening again, right? So let's just as an example, a black guy hits you, right? So as an example, black guy, or even like a fucking Indian guy mugs you, right? Give me your money, right? As an example. And then another, just by pure coincidence, another Indian guy, give me your money, takes some money from you. Next time you see an Indian guy, you're gonna be a little suspicious, right? Why? Because your brain said, look, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck. Next time you see something like that, you better tense up, you better release cortisol, and you better create a fear response of either fight or flight, because last time we got beat up. And so your brain begins to generalize and get defensive before you're attacked. And then let's just say a random Indian guy comes in, hey, sir, how are you? And they go, oh my God, don't mug me, right? And so when we get rejected by people, we've been hurt in the past by our parents, right? By our friends. And so a guy rejects you because maybe he is depressed, and then you just take it personal. You let the past control what you see, right? Let's just keep going.
And not realizing that sometimes it just boils down to you two not being the right fit. So you can be a great, amazing woman, and yet
I thought he was gonna say a great American woman. I'm like, okay, Stefan.
he is not designed to not only see your value, but pour into who you are.
Yes.
And so, if anything, take the fact that this is not, take the signs as a wake-up call to free yourself from an unfulfilling situation
Yes,
that
sir.
isn't going to go anywhere, and save yourself time from holding on, hoping for more.
But then some of you guys are just hard headed. Cause even if you hear that, you be like, but how do I get him back? I'm like, oh my God. Like I've gone through that speech. I'm like, look, baby girl. And she's like, yeah. Look, he cheated on you with your sister. Okay. He kicked you out when you were pregnant. Okay. and he left you on Christmas. Oh, no, that's really horrible. And I'm like, yeah. So yeah, I think we know what we got to do. And she's like, yeah, I know. So how do I get him back? I'm like, oh God. And you try, because you get it, right? They're in a desperate state. We all have gone through that. But that's not an excuse. You have to transcend that. It's not easy. It takes effort. It takes bravery. But you have to do it.
More, and now set yourself on the path to receiving so much better. But let's start. Let's give you some of these signs. So, sign number one, you are just an option to him, is that you always have to be the one to initiate. So here's the thing. I want to make clear, I do not believe in the whole make a man chase you. All right? I'm a firm believer that no one should be chasing after anyone. It's about two people coming together, making a mutual effort to build an amazing relationship.
And that's totally true. But it doesn't hurt to sometimes sprinkle in there a little bit of, is she losing interest? It doesn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about like fucking full-on manipulation, dude. We're talking about you just say, you know what? He's been hanging around me too much. This weekend I'm gonna hang around with my girls. And this is the thing. This is why I say this. It's because sometimes when we're in love, when you're so thirsty that you drink water, and because you're so thirsty, you don't even realize you drank the whole water, right? And that's the thing, right? When we love somebody, or even crackheads, right? When they're so cracked out, they think they're talking to you like this. But in reality, they're so cracked out, they're really talking to you like this. And they think they're just calm, right? When you're in love, sometimes when you have a needy or even a insecure attachment style, when somebody rejects you or when you like somebody, there's almost an uncontrollable mechanism. Emotions you can't control that come straight from your amygdala. Emotions that come from memories of you being rejected by your parents. Remember, the way you remember your childhood memories or even your infantile memories when you were a kid, it's not through conscious memory because your neocortex wasn't developed. You remember it through having an emotional experience, like just feeling uneasy or even feeling needy when somebody rejects you. You're like, why do I always feel needy? That's your brain, your child brain of remembering, right? You don't remember the event, but you remember the feeling. And those emotions are so uncontrollable that sometimes you need guidelines. It's like when you have a friend who works for you, he's late 3 times, but because you love him, you don't fire him. But if you have a guideline that says if he's late 3 times, you fire him, you're like, look, bro, I know I love you. I want to keep you, but the guidelines say I have to fire you. Without those guidelines, you would have naturally gave him a little bit of leeway. That's the point of all of these strategies, right? They're meant to help you overcompensate when you have too much, when you see in the world through fog of emotion, where you don't have a self-awareness of how you're coming across because you're so happy. So these strategies are meant to help you, to nudge you in the right direction.
Relationship, all right? So that will require you making effort as well. But as I stated, no one should be chasing. Essentially, it should never be a
totally. Okay, yeah, exactly. It shouldn't be a one-way street.
Sided relationship.
Yeah.
And so when you have to always be the one to initiate, that's a problem. And the reason why it can get a little confusing is because there are scenarios where when you reach out to him, he is receptive. Like, okay, as long as you call him, he does talk to you, he'll make time to talk, and all these things. And there's a level of...
I sped him up. He's not on crack. So, and what he's saying is true. Is that they reward your chasing. Because you're like, but when I texted him, he sounded happy. I'm like, that's not the point. That's not the point.
That's a good thing, right? And again, I feel the need to say, well, before I mention that, let's stick with this for a second. It's a good thing that he's willing to make time when you reach out to him. It's a good thing that he's receptive to you in those ways. But if he is unable or unwilling to ever stop and say, well, let me reach out to her. Let me initiate us spending some time together. Let me try to make some things happen. Then even if we can make the argument that he does genuinely like you, he's clearly not ready or able to be what you need to have a successful relationship. Unless you can honestly say to me, you're going to be completely okay and happy for the rest of your life, always being the initiator. If that's the case, so be it. But I think if we polled most
And the only time I will accept that is if you're having an affair, right? Well, if you're having an affair, motherfucker, don't hit me up. I'll hit you up. You see what I'm saying? And the only reason why that works is because you're telling him I'm gonna hit you up.
women, that's not going to be the case. You want to see him make effort in that way as well. And so, yes, it might just be that and I know people say no one's that busy. I was going to say he might just be super busy.
Get the fuck out of here.
I will say this. Do I think...
Bro, even surgeons. I've known surgeons that texted. I've known surgeons that texted. There's no excuse. Look, not even Putin. That dude has time to text. Like, seriously. Like, it's like honestly, there's never been a real unless you're in prison and you got in prison in a foreign country. I better see papers.
Everyone makes time for what they want to make time for. Mm-hmm. I always say to y'all, some men have more time to give than others. Plain and simple. Some men have a lot more going on than others. But even if that's the case, even if he's just a very busy guy with limited time to give, unless he is able to step up in the way that you're going to be happy with, then again, it just says this isn't time for us to move forward. And yes, it can just be saying to you, you are an option to him. And sometimes an option...
Which means an option just means you're not his number one. And it could be that, there is my job, and then there's you. And it's kind of like, I personally, I wouldn't want to be second, but that's just me. A lot of you ladies accept that and accept the thinking that you're going to be happy until you realize that it's not as fun as it looks. Some men are not wired to be in a relationship. And you have to recognize that. They don't see it, but you have to see it and accept it and not even be with them. Because a lot of the times, we're just wasting our time.
Doesn't mean you're an option as in one of many women I'm contemplating dealing with or getting with. It could simply just mean that, listen, I have other things right now that I deem more important than trying to build a relationship with you. Or, to be honest, very good chance that he doesn't see this as something serious. He may enjoy talking to you. He may enjoy the time that's spent, but he's not into you enough to want to make it a priority to pour into you and initiate as well. But before I wrap up this point, let me make this clear. If you are a woman and you are in this situation, well, you are a woman, chances are. If you are in this situation or find yourself in it, do not simply jump to the conclusion of, oh, I've been the one to initiate. He's not serious. I'm ending this. I'm walking away. Always sit down and talk about it. Give him the opportunity to correct the issue or to explain the issue.
And it depends how long you guys been together. But yeah, I totally agree. Just personally, I will slowly just start pulling away until he says, hey, what's going on? You got to realize people who like you will notice that. I would talk to him if you've been with him for a while. That's true. But if you just met him, just start pulling away, start not texting, cancel a date, whatever. Let him notice. Just say, yeah, are you okay? Lately you being a little busy, cancel the last few dates. Is everything good? Then you say, look, baby, it just feels like I'm not your first option. I prefer to do that simply because it's always better to let them come to you. He might not agree, but that's just me because, again, in the beginning. Now, if you guys have been together for a while, more than 3 months, you guys are a label, then yeah, I would definitely speak to him and see what's going on, all right? And he better give you the right answers or else. Anyways, this is it for today, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Brother Stefan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have 2 nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation.
without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man, Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.